Oh, come on.
Joey is in need of a second date update this morning, and we're going to see what we can do for him. Hey, Joey.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jen. How y'all doing?
Good.
Doing good.
First off, I never thought I'd actually have to call you guys about this. I've been listening to this show for years, and I can't believe I'm calling you. So
we hear that a lot from people who never expected to be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, I meet this girl online on a dating app, and we really hit it off to the point where we actually meet each other, and we went out twice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first date was a day date. We went out and got some coffee, and that's her thing. She told me she'd done enough dating to know that she doesn't need a whole long dinner date right off the bat to figure out if she likes a guy. So why waste the money? And I really did appreciate that,
Yeah.
Yeah, it made her seem like she was very practical, and I really appreciated that. I liked that, so coffee must have gone well because she told me that I'd be picking her up on a Friday and taking her to an actual dinner.
Okay.
I made it through the first screening, I guess,
That's good. Cool. I'm going back for second interview.
Yes, it's always a good sign. So the second date, she told me to pick out my favorite Mexican restaurant, and I did, and we went there. I kind of like how she took charge of that. It took the pressure off of me to kind of try to figure out what type of food to get, what type of restaurant, I've been in situations in the past where I'm begging a girl to ask me, hey, what do you want for dinner? What type of food do you want? And it's just hours and hours upon end. And,
Are you a man that makes a lot of decisions during the day? Do you have a job where you have to make a lot of decisions? So when you leave the office, it just feels really good to not have to make any more.
Yeah, I work in a corporate role, and it's constant decision making that at the end of the day, I kind of want my significant other to be like, hey, I'll make the choice here. Mm-hmm. Let's do this. And that's what she did. It took the pressure off me. So we went to El Toro in Hyde Park.
Nice.
That went well, obviously, because after dinner, she told me to take her to my place. And I was like, okay, she was making the decisions. And I appreciated that,
So you were okay with that decision as well. So far, it sounds like she's doing an okay job planning all of this.
Yeah, it was great.
But how do you think she would do if she told you what she wanted and you told her no?
I think it would be fine. I never got any type of vibe that she was just kind of overly demanding or anything like that.
Okay.
She was just very open to making suggestions, and I was very willing to go with them. She never made a suggestion that I disagreed with.
Yeah. And you like to think that if something comes up that you're not really down for, she'll be like, okay, cool.
Exactly. Which, her energy on those two dates especially made me feel like that she was that way,
Great.
So we go back to my place. She spends the night, and she left the next morning. When she left, she told me to call her during my lunch break, and I was like, okay, I will. So my lunch break comes, and I call her, and she doesn't answer. So I leave a message, then I send a text, and I hear nothing,
Well, it wasn't about talking to you. She just wanted to see if you would do it. I'm half kidding here, but maybe that was it. Maybe that was to see, how far can I take this?
Yeah.
Call me at noon. I may not pick up, but that's not the point. Just do what I tell you to do.
Yeah, maybe she thought you were just a little too eager to. Maybe she's looking for somebody that pushes back a little bit.
Yeah, I guess, but maybe I misread things, because I didn't get that type of vibe that she was like that. It was just kind of like, well, let's try this. And I was kind of like, okay, that's cool.
She wasn't ordering for you at dinner?
Right.
Cutting your meat.
She wasn't demanding things.
Yeah. That's interesting because I know a couple where she works in the corporate world, has a very high-powered job, makes decisions all day, and you'd think that maybe when she goes home, she'd be cool with letting her husband make some of the decisions. No.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like
There's
that,
a control
though.
issue there.
She's
maybe.
a control freak
Yeah.
for sure. She has to be the boss at all times.
I don't like making all the decisions at home. Like, I feel like we do enough decision making here that I don't need to have any choices at home.
Oh, I've heard stories of them like at dinner or on vacation. And if you don't fall in line, man, if you don't order what she suggests or follow the itinerary she's laid out for everyone, she gets pissed.
Wow,
and she gets very angry and very aggressive if she doesn't feel like she's in complete control.
Does she ever not want to make decisions?
No. Like, I've seen her say to him, well, what do you want to do? And he tells her, and then she's like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
See, that's the problem. If you let someone else make a decision and their decision is dumb, then it becomes an issue.
Well,
the person
dumb.
that you're entrusting to make the decisions, you better
really trust.
Yeah, you better know that you're going to like whatever decision that they make.
We take turns too at our house. Like, each one of us will pick where we go to eat. Like, where's your turn? Where's your turn?
Yeah.
Because if it was up to some people, they would pick Mexican every time.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. But, my kid doesn't always like it.
So you called her at noon like you were instructed. She did not answer. Were there any additional attempts to get a hold of her after that?
I tried a couple more times after that. I tried to text, nothing. Waited a few days, tried to call, and nothing, and never heard anything back. It's like she just fell off the face of this earth.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
A total loss.
Yeah, well, we're going to call her and see if we get better results. And we'll do that next. The second date update continues right here. Jeff and Jenn, Cincinnati's Q102. All right, Joey met Alexandra on one of the dating apps, and they've actually been out a couple of times. First was a coffee date that went very, very well, and the second was a dinner date. They had Mexican at El Toro. And what he really loved about that was just how assertive and take charge she was. This is a guy who works in the corporate world, makes decisions all day, and kind of likes it when the woman has suggestions and ideas of her own, which she's more often than not willing to go with. After the second date, she told him to call her the next day during his lunch hour, which he did, and she never picked up. And he's left messages, text messages, voicemails since then, and there's been no response from her, and he's very confused.
I'm actually still racking my brain on what it was that I could have possibly done to have make her ghost me the way that she did.
My gut instinct tells me it's nothing you did. There's something else going on here, but who knows?
Yeah.
Let's call her up and see.
Hello.
First ring. I love it. Hello, Alexandra.
Yeah, who is this?
It's Jeff and Jenn at Q102. How are you this morning?
From the morning show?
Yep. We're all here.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Jeff, Jen, Fritz,
Good
Tim.
morning.
Hi.
Oh my God, I listen to you guys all the time.
Oh, that's
Cool.
perfect. That helps. That really helps. Guess who called us?
No idea.
Your friend Joey.
Joey called you?
He did, and he told us about your two meetups and how impressed and taken he was with you, and he's, I guess, not had any luck reconnecting with you. And
Wow.
well, I think he was beginning to take it a little personally. Last instructions, I think, from you were to call you on his lunch hour, which he did, and you kind of went radio silent. So we're making a little phone call on his behalf to try to
Bring you out of hiding.
Yeah. Check in and see what's up.
Wow. So I'm kind of shocked he got your number right. He seems to have a knack for confusing people's contact information is all I can figure.
Meaning what? He didn't, you never got a call from him?
Oh, yeah, he called me, but before he called at his lunch break, he sent an email to me. The email was apparently meant for a friend of his, somebody named Alex. And he sent it to me, and that's why I have not gotten back to him.
Did you say it was to Alice, like female Alice, or Alex?
Alex, and it sounded like Alex was a guy.
Okay, so he's talking to his friend about you.
Yeah, we had exchanged contact information, because we had a couple of dates, and we ended up having a really good time together, but the email was changed everything for me.
So what did he say that was so
Awful.
Hold on. I took a screenshot because I couldn't believe it. Let me find it real quick. Okay. So, you want to hear it?
Please.
Okay. Hey, dude. So I hooked up with this chick last night, and it was freaky as shit.
Oh, God.
Okay, so far so good.
Right? And it gets better. I've never seen anything like it. I swear her labia go halfway down to her knees. The biggest, longest lips I've ever seen.
Oh, my God.
Not sure if I'm totally turned on or grossed out by it.
Oh, my God.
First, just spit her coffee out of her mouth.
What is happening?
And then he said, ever seen anything like that?
He didn't accompany that with a photo, did he?
Oh, thank God, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
No.
If he had a pic,
Can you
forget it.
imagine? Wow.
Forget it.
Oh, my word.
Okay.
Man, why would you, first of all,
I mean, I can see why you could be intrigued by this.
but also, why are you writing it in
Why
an
are you
email?
putting it in writing?
Yes, you call.
Joey, what were you thinking?
Did Alex ever get back to you?
He never did.
Oh,
God, he's a close friend. He sends me stuff like this as well, and it was just.
Oh my
it's
God,
how
the
we
stammering
talk,
right
and
now.
yeah, that's called backpedaling.
God. I swear I'm not trying to backpedal. I own that, and I'm just really embarrassed by that. And Alexandria, I am deeply sorry about that. I really am. I didn't. It wasn't meant to be negative, but just hearing it out loud, it just wow. Okay,
Sounds really bad.
No kidding.
Alexander, is there any way Joey can recover from this?
Joey, you crossed the line, buddy. I'm sorry, but to talk about my private parts and my special gift, that, to be honest with you, a lot of guys have really appreciated. And to be the object of your discussion with your friend, like, that's just, no. I mean, how could I ever trust you? Yeah. I could see, like, meeting your friends and, like, them knowing intimate details of my body. That's just wrong.
Yeah, same. Like, if you started dating him and you actually met Alex, it would be so messed up that he knows so much about you. Like, I think it's one thing to talk about it with your friends behind my back, you know, about how great body parts are or things you can do that are freaky deaky, but I don't want to know that they know that about me, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people talk, but seriously, that is really private information.
Like, there's a scene in the TV show Shrinking where the main character, the guy, is talking to a female friend of his who was also his late wife's best friend. You follow? So this guy's a widower, and he's having a conversation with his late wife's best friend, and it comes up that his wife's best friend knows what his penis looks like based on what his now dead wife described to her. And he has this moment of like, oh, God, you know that? And she's like, oh, yeah, that's just how chicks talk, man.
Yeah. But you don't want to know that I know that, right?
Agreed.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I get
saying.
it.
Like, and I'm sure you guys talk behind each other's backs about, oh, it was amazing this morning or whatever. Just don't discuss it with each other.
And don't put it in writing.
Yes, exactly. No evidence. I didn't say that. I don't know who said it. It wasn't me.
Well, I don't know what to tell you guys. Joey, looks like you blew it.
Yeah.
Double check those emails.
Yeah.
For sure. Hopefully this is a lesson learned. And Alexander, we appreciate you taking the call and giving us the scoop.
Thank you. Appreciate you being on my side there.
Best of luck to both of you.
Thank you.
No, thanks.
Well, if you need a little help with a second date update, send us an email, Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com.
Coming up, your shot at $1,000. We're going to play